Hello everybody, welcome to my very first YouTube yoga class. This is technically my first class, start to finish, that I'm teaching since my yoga teacher training. So maybe it'll be rocky, maybe it'll be great, I don't know, but I am happy to be here sharing practice with you. So thank you for being here. Today's class is going to be centered on confidence and building energy and learning how to pick ourselves up and feel strong when we're feeling low. So maybe you're having a low self-esteem day, a hard body image day, or you're just looking for a random class scrolling through YouTube. This class will help you gain some confidence and feel good about yourself and take up space. And we're going to focus on the Manipura chakra, which is the solar plexus. This is your core, your strength, your willpower, your confidence. And oftentimes we can lose touch of these things and kind of get lost in stories. And we can use yoga practice to help strengthen these things and remind us who we are. So that being said, come and find a nice little space to practice. You don't need fancy yoga clothes or an expensive yoga mat. You don't need a yoga mat at all, really. And let's do this. So come and find an easy seat. And of course, as always, if you have any injuries or pains, just be aware of what your body needs. And if I instruct anything that does not feel good for your body today, just go ahead and find child's pose or whatever else your body is asking for. Your body knows best, always. So come and find an easy cross-legged seat. Make sure you're sitting evenly on both sit bones. You can give yourself a wiggle. Lengthen the spine, sitting up tall. You can pick the shoulders up to the ears and rotate them back. Hands can rest on the knees, and just for a moment, start noticing your surroundings. Begin by just listening to the sounds around you. See if you can identify with the closest sound to you and maybe the furthest sound. And you can move your awareness to any physical sensations in the body, noticing any points of contact with the earth, any sensations, aches, just taking note. Noticing where the breath is without trying to change it at all, just noticing the depth, temperatures, really just soaking in how it is to be you in this moment, in this time and space. Go ahead and take a deep breath in and let it go with a sigh. Another deep breath in, deepest you've taken all day. And let it go. You can slowly flutter the eyes back open if they were closed. And we'll move into a very, very quick pranayama practice. Pranayama is the regulation of life force energy. So here we're using the breath to control our energy. So maybe you're feeling kind of low today or low confidence, maybe struggling a little bit. We can use the breath to kind of amp us back up. And it's pretty cool. So we're going to focus on a pranayama technique called Kapalabhati, also known as skull shining breath or breath of fire. And it's important to note that pranayama is maybe not the best idea if you've eaten in the last 2 hours, and specifically for this practice if you are on your period or pregnant. So just a quick disclaimer, if you fit into any of those categories, either take this practice very, very gently or skip it. And you can just sit and listen. You can do slow, deep breathing. Just to put that out there. And sometimes if you're new to pranayama, this technique can maybe get you feeling a little lightheaded, nothing crazy, but if you do start feeling that, just come back to a normal breath. No issues with that. So I'll explain how to do the practice first, and then we'll run through about 30-ish seconds. So Kapalabhati, we're going to do a very forceful exhale, rapidly forcing out exhales, and we're not going to inhale. And you're like, well, how does that work? We need to inhale. Well, your body will naturally slurp in the inhales without you having to do anything. So all you need to do is focus on using the belly to push out forceful exhales. So you can place your hand on your belly if this helps for awareness, but you're going to forcefully push out exhales like this. And you can see I'm not really breathing in between those. I'm not going. I'm just breathing out, and the inhale happens on its own. So we'll go ahead and try this, not for very long, and hopefully get a little fired up. So go ahead and take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, begin your skull shining breath. Take a deep breath in. Fill up the whole body, expand, expand. Squeeze the core, holding the breath in the core. Keep holding. Exhale, release. Good. Take a few normal breaths here. Release control of the breath. Your natural breathing here. Good, and on your next inhale, arch the back and lift the chest forward, lifting the chin up. And exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin into the chest, and pull back. Just some seated cat-cows here, arching the back on your inhale. Rounding on the exhale. On your next inhale, move to one side as you come forward. And exhale, round back through the other side, making big circles with the spine here. You can get the neck involved, the shoulders involved. And wherever you are, start going the opposite direction. And slowly make the circles smaller and smaller. And eventually the circles become so small that you can still feel them, but no one can see them. And we come back to stillness. And we'll just take some neck circles here, dropping the chin to the chest, and start to rotate the neck in big circles. Maybe if you feel a spot that's a little bit extra sticky, you can stay there and floss it out a little bit. And then continue your circle. And start going the opposite direction. And come back to stillness. Beautiful. We're going to make our way to tabletop. You can either place the hands in front of you and roll over the ankles, or get to tabletop, however is easiest for you. And we'll just place the hands under the shoulders and the knees under the hips, and start making some circles with the hips. And you'll notice how the weight shifts from different parts of the hand and the wrist. Just warming up the wrist here. And go the opposite direction. You can turn this into your cat-cow movement a little bit too, arching when you're up and rounding when you're back. And maybe you want to flip the palms. It might be helpful to walk the hands a little bit closer here. And do the same thing. Maybe the circles are a little bit smaller if this is painful. Good, and just walk the hands a little bit. Good, and from here, place the wrists under the shoulders, tuck the toes, and go ahead and take your right foot all the way, try not to kick a plant. Take the foot all the way back behind you, pushing into the floor. Use the hands to push yourself back. Good. From here, you're going to rotate the left leg out parallel, so about a 90-degree angle, and place the back foot down at a 90-degree angle. On your inhale, make a big circle with the right arm coming up and over the right ear. Beautiful. Deep breaths here. On your inhale, use the core and the hand to lift yourself up, and exhale, place the right hand to the thigh or the leg and the left arm over the left ear. Stretching the left side body. Deep breathing here. Exhale, come back down. And stay here, and instead of bringing the arm over the ear, we're going to stack it in line with the shoulders. So the arms are in one long plane. And you can either stay here, or if you want to activate your core a little bit more, push into that right foot and push into the left hand, and use the core to lift the leg up, side plank. One more deep breath here. And come back to your tabletop. Give yourself some gentle movements here. And we'll go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. So, left leg comes back. Press the foot into the ground, stretching the calf. Good. Now turn the right leg to a 90-degree angle, plant the foot, and bring the left arm in a big circle coming up and over, and it lands over the left ear, stretching the side body. Inhale, use your core and the hand to lift yourself up, and exhale, drop the hands of the leg and the right arm over the right ear. Good, come back down. This time, stack the arm over the shoulder. And you can either stay here, or if you want more core work, you can push into the left foot and the right hand and bring the right foot to meet the left. Side plank. One more deep breath here. Shaking is good. Good, come back to tabletop. Give yourself some circles here. And tuck the toes behind you. Make sure the wrists are stacked under the shoulders again. And sink the glutes back to the heels and slowly push yourself up to down dog. Maybe walk the dog here, bending one leg and sinking into the other. Maybe coming onto your tippy toes and sinking back down a little bit deeper. Good. Bend the knees, look forward, and slowly, step by step, walk yourself to the top of the mat. We'll just hang out here in our forward fold. You can keep the knees a little bit bent for now, or if you want a deeper stretch, straighten them. You can grab the elbows and just sway side to side. release the hands to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, slowly roll yourself up like a zombie to the top. Pick the shoulders up and roll them back. Tuck the chin in slightly and imagine there's a balloon lifting your spine up long. Feet can be hip width distance apart, or you can have the big toes touching slightly together and the heels slightly apart. Just stand for a moment in your Tadasana. I'm going to move my mat. Beautiful. We'll move through to Surya Namaskara A, to Sun Salutation A, just to warm ourselves up. So inhale, bring the palms together at the chest and reach up to the sky. Exhale, hinge from the hips first, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift, keep a flat back. Imagine you could hold a dinner plate on your back. And exhale, fold forward again. And we'll plant the hands here and step the feet back. Hold your plank for just a few breaths here. Using the core, channeling your power. Good. Inhale here and exhale. Drop the knees to the ground first and then lower yourself. Belly, then chest. Inhale, take a baby cobra here. Nothing crazy, just warming up. And exhale, push back to down dog. Good. Bend the knees, look forward on the inhale, and either walk or step to the top of the mat. Halfway lift on the inhale, exhale, fold. And inhale, slowly roll yourself up again, bringing the palms to the sky. Exhale, release. We'll do this again, bringing the palms to the sky, look up, reach up. Exhale, hinge from the hips and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold and plant the hands and step or jump back to plank. You can lower the knees and then lower the rest. Inhale, maybe take a little bit of a higher cobra, up dog if you're ready for it. And roll over the toes. Exhale, push back to down dog. Beautiful. Take a couple breaths here. You can walk the dog again. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward, and walk or jump or step to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll all the way up. Exhale, hands to the sides again. Beautiful. We'll run through our Surya Namaskara B, Sun Salutation B. So on your next inhale, bend the knees and bring the palms, the fingertips, to touch the base of the mat. Lift the chest and the arms up and keep the knees bent. Take a few breaths here in your chair pose. Use your core. Inhale, reach the arms up, and exhale, sink a little bit deeper. Nice. Inhale here and exhale, straighten the legs and fold. Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step or jump back to plank and flow, either knees, belly, chest, or Chaturanga Dandasana. Cobra or upward facing dog, and push back, Adho Mukha, down dog. Inhale the right foot to the top of the mat, plant it between the hands. Plant the back foot at a 45-degree angle. Square the hips to the front of the mat and use your core strength to lift yourself up, Warrior One. A few long, deep breaths here. Inhale, look up, reach up. Exhale, rotate the shoulders back and grab the palms behind you. You can interlace the fingers or just grab a wrist. Inhale, open the shoulders, bend back, look up, reach up, and exhale, humbly fold over the right knee. Keep the hips square, make sure you're not dumping into the right hip. You can look down in front of you or back at the left leg. Inhale, come on up. Release the hands, lift them up for warrior one, look up, reach up, and exhale, plant the hands, step the foot back to plank, and flow. We'll meet in Adho Mukha. And this time, left leg to the top of the mat. Plant the back foot at a 45-degree angle, keep a bend in the knee, and use your core to inhale, come up to warrior one. Beautiful. Every exhale, sink a little bit deeper. Sinking into the right knee and also pushing yourself with the back leg. Beautiful. Inhale, look up, reach up, and exhale, rotate the shoulders back, grabbing the palms behind you. Stretch the shoulders open, look up, and exhale, fold over the left knee. Let the head hang heavy. Few deep breaths here. Inhale, come on up, warrior one. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back to plank, and either flow through your vinyasa or just meet back in down dog. Listening to what you need. And we'll all meet back in down dog, taking 5 long deep breaths here. Your next inhale, bend the knees, look forward, and either walk, step, or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the fingertips for chair. And exhale, release. Well done. Just notice if the heart rate has changed, how the body is feeling. Maybe you're noticing a little bit more heat. Maybe you feel the same. Just noticing. Amazing. Surya Namaskara B. Again, bend the knees, sweep the fingertips, come up to chair. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper. Your next exhale, straighten the legs, hinge forward, forward fold. Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step or jump to plank. You can either knees, belly, chest, or chaturanga. Adho Mukha. Inhale the left leg to the top of the mat between the hands. Plant the back foot at 45 degrees, setting up for your warrior one again. Squaring the hips to the front. Inhale here and exhale, open up to warrior two, opening the hips to the long side of the mat, moving the feet so that they're in one line along the center of the mat, making sure the back foot is at a 90-degree angle, and the right knee is still pushing out to the right, just enough so that you can still see the big toe. Once you feel stable here, bring the arms up, check the back hand, make sure you're even with the front, and look past your right fingertips. Beautiful. Inhale. Imagine someone is pulling your right hand forward, sinking into the right knee a little bit more. And exhale, bring the left hand to the thigh or around the back and reverse your warrior. Lengthening the side body. Long, deep breathing here. Come back through your warrior two. Inhale here. And exhale, bring the right elbow to the right knee. And this time the left hand comes over the left ear. Lengthening the left side body, looking up towards the left arm. Keep pushing into the feet. Beautiful. Inhale, come back to your warrior two. Rotate the hips towards the front of the mat again. Bring the arms up, look up, reach up, and exhale, plant the hands back to plank and flow through. Beautiful. This time, left leg in between the hands at the top of the mat. Plant the left foot at a 45-degree angle. Inhale, use the core to come up to your warrior one. Exhale, open up to warrior two. Adjusting the feet so that they're in line. 90-degree angle in back, opening the hips towards the long side of the mat without keeping the left knee from sinking in. So use the hand to push the knee out. Bring the arms up and look past your left fingertips. Inhale, lean forward with the left hand, bring the right arm to the thigh or around the back, and pull back, reverse your warrior. A few long, deep breaths here. Come back to your warrior two. Inhale here and exhale. Bring the left elbow to the left knee and the right arm over the right ear. Keep a strong base here. Open the chest. Lengthen the right side body. Beautiful. Inhale, lift yourself back up to warrior two. Come to face the front of the mat once again and flow through, or straight to down dog. Child's pose is always an option here as well. We'll take 5 breaths. Your next inhale, bend the knees, look forward, walk, jump, or step to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come to your chair pose. Exhale, release. Again, building heat. Inhale, sweep the fingertips, come to chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, and step or jump back, and flow through. Once you're in your down dog, Adho Mukha, bring the right foot to the top of the mat between the hands, plant the back foot, warrior one. Open up to warrior two. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, pull back, reverse your warrior. Come through your warrior two. Exhale, side angle. Maybe this time you go a little bit deeper. You can use a block or a water bottle or books if the floor feels far away. You can also, if you want to go a little bit deeper, thread the right arm through the right leg and reach for it with the left arm. Taking the bind here. A couple deep breaths. Good. Release the bind. Square the hips with the front of the mat and pop the back leg up about half of the way or third of the way up. We're going to set up for our warrior three here. So keeping a very strong right leg, you can bring the hands to the chest in Anjali Mudra and slowly, keeping the chest lifted and a flat back, lift the back leg. Find a balance point here. The leg does not have to be all the way up here. We're mainly looking for a flat back. Keep the hips square. Exhale, release into your warrior two. Bring it to warrior one and flow through. Once you're in down dog, take your next inhale, bring the left foot to the top of the mat. Plant the right foot at 45. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, imagine someone's pulling the left hand forward, and exhale, pull it back, reverse your warrior. Come back to your warrior two. Inhale here and exhale, come back to your extended side angle. Maybe you take it a little bit deeper this time. The elbow is still a great option. And if you want to take the bind, go ahead and do that now. Go ahead and release your bind. Square the hips to the front of the mat. You can pop the back foot up a little bit more. Be strong in the left foot. Feel all corners of the foot pressing into the mat. Keep a slight micro bend in the knee and come through your warrior three. Keeping the back as flat as possible. Even if that means the leg is down here, that's okay. You are where you are today. And you are strong. Feel the core here. Push everything into your midline. 2 more deep breaths. Losing your balance is also okay. And release into your warrior two. Come through warrior one. Inhale, look up, reach up. Exhale, flow. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Jump, hop, or step to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. Exhale, release. Stand in your Tadasana mountain pose once again. Noticing the breath. Noticing the heat being generated in the body. Strong sense of identity in the core. Taking up space. You got yourself on the mat today, and that's amazing. Truly. We'll do once more, and we'll add one more pose in our Sun Sal B. So inhale, sweep the fingertips to the ground, look up, reach up, exhale, fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift, exhale, fold. Walk or step to the back of the mat for plank, and flow it through. Cobra or upward facing dog, Adho Mukha. This will be the last set of standing asanas. You got it. Inhale the right foot between the hands. Plant the back foot, warrior one. Exhale, open up to warrior two. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, pull back. Come back to warrior two and flow through your side angle. Maybe take it even deeper this time. You can take the bind again if you want to. Maybe it's more accessible this time. You won't know unless you try. Good, and release the bind if you're in it. Come to face the front of your mat again. Pop the back leg up. Come through your warrior three, Virabhadrasana 3 very briefly. And we're gonna come to our half moon. So you can bring a block about 6 to 8 inches in front of your right foot, or a water bottle or a book, or you can just use your hand. And from our warrior three, first open up the hips. Imagine you're between 2 panes of glass. The hips are stacked. And if this is okay, lift the left arm. Flex the left foot. Strong in the standing foot. Inhale here. Exhale. Land the foot in warrior two. Well done. Come through warrior one. And release. Either take a vinyasa or come straight through down dog. Beautiful. All right, guys, inhale the left foot between the hands, plant the back foot at 45. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, open it up to warrior two. Inhale, lean forward, exhale, pull back. See if you can go even deeper this time. Come through your warrior two and bring it to side angle. Elbow is still a great option, or take it a bit deeper. Release the bind if you have it. Square the hips to the front of the mat again. Pop the back foot up and be really strong in the left foot. We're going to slowly lift the back foot, briefly come through our Virabhadrasana 3 to set up for half moon. So you can use a block or whatever prop you had before or nothing. Twist the hips open, stacking the hips and opening the arm. Losing your balance is beautiful. Release in warrior two. Come through warrior one. Exhale, plant the hands. Last chance for a vinyasa here. Take it or come through down dog. Once you make it to Adho Mukha down dog, release the knees to the mat. Knees can be on the edges of the mat and the big toes together, and sink back to the heels for your child's pose. Find the breath here. Let the belly hang between the legs. Nobody's looking, nobody cares. Let the belly be free. It's beautiful. Take a couple more long, deep breaths in your child's pose. On your next inhale, push into the hands, lifting yourself back up to tabletop. And we'll just make our way to our stomachs. Beautiful. My blocks are going to be in the way here. We're just going to set up for locust pose. Some people have heard of this as Superman pose, Superwoman pose, whatever you want to call it. You're going to bring the hands directly under the shoulders and pick each leg up and stretch it out a little longer. And similar to how we do Cobra, we're going to lift the chest, but this time without the hands, and we're going to lift the legs. Inhale, lift. And hold it. Every inhale, lift a little bit higher. Use your core. Push the pelvis into the floor, come up a little bit higher. And release. You can stack the arms in front of you, grabbing each elbow, and just rest the forehead on the arms for a moment. Resting the low back. You can release the hands back under the shoulders. And keep the right hand directly under the right shoulder and bring the left arm out beside you. Bend the right knee and we're going to bring the right foot outside the left leg. So we're going to peel ourselves open, stretching the left shoulder. If this is too much, staying here is a perfectly good option. But if you can land the foot, go ahead and do that. And if you want to take it a little bit deeper, bring the right arm up and over behind the back. Long, deep breathing here. Beautiful. Come on back, releasing the hand from the back, coming back to the stomach, and doing the same thing on the other side. So bringing the left hand under the left shoulder, bringing the right arm out behind you, bending the left knee, and peeling open. If you want to take it further, bring the left arm behind the back. And come on back when you feel ready. And from here, we're just gonna turn ourselves over to our backs. Good. And go ahead and lift the legs up. You can tuck the hands underneath the low back for more support. And inhale the legs up, exhale them down, halfway. Inhale up. Exhale, they go down halfway again. Inhale them up. Exhale, bring them down almost to the ground. They're barely touching, hovering over. And exhale them back up. Inhale here halfway. And back up. Inhale here and exhale them, almost touching the ground, almost touching the ground. Hold it, hold it, hold it. You can lift up and look towards the toes and release. Inhale, give yourself a big stretch. Exhale, hug the knees in close. Go ahead and stretch the right leg out long. Inhale, hug the left knee close, and exhale, use the right hand to pull the left knee towards the right side. The left hand can be resting on your body or out to the side. If you want to take it further, look past the left hand. Inhale, use the hand to pull the knee back up. Bring the right knee in to meet it, give yourself a squeeze, and release the left leg long. Hug the right knee in, inhale, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Exhale, pull the knee to the left side. And look past your right hand. Make sure the shoulder is still on the ground. That's okay if that means you don't twist very far. Long, deep breathing here. Imagine you're wringing out the spine like it's a wet towel. Taking up space, twisting, twisting. And come back, hugging both knees in. Giving yourself a rock. And just taking any movement that you feel that your body needs right now. It can be maybe rotating the knees in circles. And if you're doing circles, go the opposite direction. Maybe it's taking a happy baby, making it very playful, maybe lengthening one leg, bending the other. Just take a few moments to do whatever your body is asking for. And when you feel complete, releasing the legs out to the outer sides of your mat, letting the feet peel open, letting the hands fall beside the body. And go ahead and take a deep breath in, the deepest you've had all day. Exhale, let it go with a sigh. Again, deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Melt into the floor. With every exhale, sink a little deeper. Release the tongue from your mouth. the roof of your mouth. Release any tension in the forehead, the eyebrows. And just let the body breathe you. Shavasana. Start to become aware of your surroundings again. Feeling the body on the floor, any points of contact. Start to notice the sounds around you. And visualize a bright yellow light expanding out from your core, from your belly. This is your confidence, your power, radiating towards everyone around you. People can feel it and see it. And as you picture this bright yellow light coming from the solar plexus, picture the light spreading to your fingers and toes and give them a little wiggle. Maybe roll the ankles and wrists in circles and roll them in the opposite direction. And on your next inhale, stretch the legs out long and the arms overhead, giving yourself a big good morning stretch. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Exhale, pull the knees in close. Give yourself one last big hug. A hug for showing up today on your mat. A hug for putting in the work for yourself to be a happier, more confident you. You're incredible and you deserve it. Slowly roll to one side, doesn't matter which. And use the arm to rest the head. Bring the other hand in front of the chest. And just enjoy the last few moments of practice. Maybe giving yourself a smile, physically turning up the corners of the mouth. Nobody can see it. And slowly keeping the eyes closed, push yourself up to a sit. Thank you for being here. I hope you're thanking yourself for being here and that you're feeling a bit more confident and strong. Keeping the eyes closed, let's swoop the hands up to the sky on the inhale. Look up, reach up. Bring the hands together in Anjali Mudra. Exhale the thumbs to the third eye, your wisdom center, your intuition. Down to the throat, expression and choices you make. And to the heart, your center for love and compassion. And finally, exhale and bow to the earth, thanking Mother Earth for its support, thanking yourself, thanking your teachers. Slowly blink the eyes open here and roll yourself back up to seated. Namaste. Thank you for being here, and I'll be posting more classes like this soon. Mwah.